Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be talking all about hashtag strategies for small business owners. Once again, I'm going to be giving you my secret sauce for how I create different hashtag groupings for not only my business, but also for my clients. Hashtags can definitely feel a little bit confusing on Instagram, but there is just this really quick little formula that I want to teach you that will help you maximize the reach and potential of your Instagram post through hashtags. So let's dive right in. All right, you guys, I really wanted to break this down visually so that it doesn't get overwhelming or confusing. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Now, if you guys haven't already watched my content pillar video, make sure you go back and watch that. This is the base for literally all of my content strategy to make sure you have a content pillar aligned to each day of the week. So the reason why I go ahead and do different hashtag groupings per content pillar is that so we're consistently using different hashtags on each and every post. So what I like to do is I have a set group of 25 hashtags per content pillar. So I know exactly which hashtags I'm using on which day. And we start with 25 because Instagram allows up to 30. And I'll tell you why we only do 25 once we get to the end. So again, this is where we're going to start. This is the foundation. All right, jumping right in. So of those 25, each and every single hashtag grouping starts with the same 10 branded hashtags. And what I mean by branded hashtags, these are going to be the brand specific. So for me, this is going to look like hashtag A Creative Co. It's going to look niche specific. So for me, hashtag content strategist, hashtag content strategy, things that are very specific to my business, or location specific, hashtag Tampa agency owner, Tampa businesswoman, things like that. Things that relate directly to your business and would also relate directly to any kind of post that you're going to put out on Instagram. So I always like to do 10. And these different hashtags, I always evaluate hashtags once a month. But for these, I switch these out about once a quarter. So every couple months or so, I will come in and review and see how they're performing, because sometimes, for instance, like Tampa businesswoman might get overwhelmed and it might, maybe my posts aren't performing as high in that hashtag, and I'll kind of switch it out. The ones that are always consistent are going to be like my hashtag A Creative Co, things like that. Hashtag content strategy, just because that is what I want to be known for, things like that. So they all start with the same 10 branded hashtags. From there, each content pillar, so 25, there's the 10. So we have 15 hashtags left. So these custom hashtags are going to be different for each grouping. So again, we start with the same 10 across all 5, and then we get into 15 different hashtags for each post. So now I know that's going to sound like a lot, but there is such an easy way to find these 15 custom hashtags per grouping. So what I want you to think about is whatever your Monday content pillar, mine, for instance, is content strategy, content tips. So I'm going to want to find hashtags that are related to that. So we'll do stuff like content creator, hashtag content tips, content tricks. For a lot of my content, it's like Canva hacks, things like that. For Tuesday, I talk about social media tips. So I'd put Instagram strategy, social media manager, things like that. So I would go down the line and make sure that these custom hashtags fit within that content pillar. So again, just as a reminder, same 10 branded hashtags, those would work for your business in every single post. And then these 15 custom ones directly relate back to that content pillar. Okay, so then I can break this down even further into what these 15 custom hashtags look like. And what I like to do is, again, diversify the style of hashtag that I'm going to be putting. We don't want to always use high competition, meaning, some of the higher competition things are like those trending hashtags, hashtag rising tide society, hashtag Instagram. The ones that you're going to see millions or hundreds of thousands of posts in, we want to make sure we're even targeting some lower competition that makes sense. So for me, that's going to be hashtag content tips and tricks. Not a lot of people are using that hashtag, so I have a higher discoverability there. Should somebody go and search that on Instagram or come across that hashtag? And then medium sits somewhere in the middle. Now, this is the biggest question I always get. A lot of people are like, Amber, which ones, how do I figure out what's low competition, medium competition, high competition, I actually use an app called Flick. So I'm going to jump on over into that software so I can show it to you very quickly. Okay, so here's a quick little preview of Flick. Yes, this is a paid app, but there are so many other ways that you could do this. You could always just look through Instagram. And the way that, I define low competition, I would say anywhere between, if it's under 100,000 posts within that hashtag, that's pretty good. Medium competition, I try and stay around like the 200,000 to 500,000 post range. And then high competition is at 500,000 posts and over. I'm not sure exactly how Flick defines theirs, but let me show you how this little technology works. So let's say I'm working on my the hashtag grouping for my content tips. So I will literally come in here and write out my content pillar. And what you're going to see is it's going to break down into that low, medium, and high competition. So now I know that I need 5 of each. So in here, see content tips and tricks. I already knew that was one of them. And you just click on it. Content marketing tips and tricks. That's another one. Social media content tips and content planning tips. So I don't quite love any of these other ones. So we're going to move into medium competition, content writing tips, content strategy tips. That's great. And then let's see. I definitely can find some high competition here. Content creation tips, branding strategy, content marketing tips, marketing strategist, and maybe marketing consultant. Now what you're going to see, let's actually show this in the sidebar. So you can see, okay, fine. I have all 5 of the high competition. Medium competition, I need a couple more, and then low competition, I need another. So what I like to do is use this really cool feature to continue to find these hashtags. So I love this one, content marketing tips. You can literally click search, give it a second to think, and it'll pull it up over here. And now we're getting related hashtags to that hashtag. That's why I really love Flick. It makes it super, super easy. So now we only need one more low competition. So I'll look through here, not loving any of those. So we'll just kind of keep going on down the line. And we don't have any medium competition. So now I'll come in here and let's say content creator. And let's see what kind of comes up here. So some low competition, still not loving those. Social media content creator, I do like that one. Video content creator, that does relate back to me. And creative content creator, love that one. So moving into, we still need one more low competition. So maybe let's do content strategy and see what kind of pops up there. Perfect. Let's do visual content strategy. So now you're going to see that I have those 5 high competition, 5 medium competition, and 5 low competition. These, since this strategy is so easy to implement, I like to switch these out at least once a month, maybe every 2 months, because some of these will, again, the nature of Instagram, a lot of people start using these hashtags. So I like to kind of switch these out at least once or twice a month as I'm doing my analytics, because this took, as you can see, as I'm walking through this, I probably took a minute, and you get faster and faster and faster at it. And it's just so much easier to find. And we're always making sure that we can maximize hashtags and really get into ones that work for us. So let's dive back into the hashtag strategy. So as you can see, that's the breakdown of those 15 custom hashtags. And where this leaves us now is we're going to have 25 total hashtags for each pillar. So we have the 10 branded and the 15 custom. And again, this is kind of what I alluded to earlier. We now have room for 5 hashtags. This is a strategy that really takes it to the next level. You could leave it at just, if you're like, hey, Amber, I don't have any more time, I'm just going to leave it at the 25 total hashtags and throw that up on the post that I'm going to put out on Wednesday. Totally fine. You can do that. Now, this is where I really do customize this for my business and for my clients, is that for each Instagram post, as I go to schedule that post I use later, I find 5 unique hashtags that relate directly to that post. And this is where Instagram's going to love you, because you're tailoring those hashtags specifically to the content that you are about to post. So obviously there are hashtags in these 25 that relate to that post, but we want to even get more granular. So let's say I'm posting a Canva trick or a Canva tip. I might have some hashtags related to Canva, but for those last 5, I can say Canva tip for photographers, Canva tips for content creators, and really get very, very, very granular with those 5 unique hashtags. Or let's say I'm showing a tutorial, Canva tutorial. Some of those hashtags won't necessarily pop up in this 10 branded or these 10 custom, but it is specific to that post. So again, that's just going to take a little extra time, take a little extra step, but it is worth it. So this might seem a little confusing. I want to go ahead and give you the exact formula breakdown of what each of your content pillar or each of your hashtag groupings are going to look like. So this is the breakdown. You have those 10 branded hashtags. You have 5 high competition hashtags, 5 medium competition hashtags, 5 low competition hashtags, and 5 unique hashtags to that post for a grand total of 30 hashtags. And again, I say use up all 30. I know that there's obviously controversy around this in the Instagram community and the Instagram educator community. I say it's free real estate. Why would we not use it? I do want to give you one caveat though. Hashtags aren't the end all be all strategy. You're not going to go viral just because you use the right hashtags. What'll happen is if once you're producing really good content, those hashtags are just going to increase your visibility. So always make sure that you have a content strategy moving forward and put into place, and hashtags will help lift that up. Thank you so much for tuning in today, you guys. I hope this helped, put this into action and let me know how it goes in the comment section below. As always, don't forget to follow me over on Instagram at @_creativeco or over on TikTok @creativeco. And I will see you guys next week. Oh, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button.